What's up guys, and welcome to another Warcraft replay here. We are on the Netease ladder once again, and we have an Orc versus Undead matchup. This time we are on Twisted Meadows, and I don't know, some reason I wondered when was the last time I actually casted on Twisted Meadows? It is still in the map pool, in tournaments at least, and as well as Netease obviously, and it is the biggest one of the biggest map in the pool. But I just checked and I found out, I think the last time I casted on Twisted Meadows was like 3 months ago maybe. It was like Netease number 8 that I've casted, and interesting enough it was with Soin as well, so that was like a really weird coincidence. But yep, I am going to be casting this one. Soin spawning in here as the blue orc, and he'll be facing off against Lucifer, the red undead, in the bottom right. I was just checking if there were spectators or not, and seeing if it was actually a ladder game or not. It is indeed, and yeah, well, we're going to it, I guess. TED opening for Lucifer, Death Knight first for himself, and I think I heard the Blademaster. Oh, maybe not. I heard something. I could have sworn it was the Blademaster talking, but my ears might just be playing a trick on me. Acolyte scouting for Lucifer already, just trying to check out where his opponent is. Twisted Meadows, like I said, is the biggest map in the pool, so it is always nice to actually scout your opponent. Not sure if someone's gonna do it or not. I believe his Blademaster could just do it himself, rather than expending a peon for it, but I mean, someone has a lot of peons already. He could possibly spare one of his peons for scouting, as here comes Lucifer's Acolyte. We'll be able to spot it is a cross spawn.
We're under attack.
And interesting enough, someone's actually going to go for the Rock Golem camp. He will be trapping the Rock Golem inside his base. Meanwhile, the other trash will be de-aggroed, which will is a very I guess useful trick to do. It's very similar to trapping the Ogre Magi's in between the I think the Ogre Warriors, so the Ogre Warriors can't actually attack each other. So there we go, nice Acolyte pick up there, as the Rock Golem, if you didn't see, picked up, dropped down the Tome of Experience, and will drop the Rune Braces for the Blademaster. Not too immediate of a gain there for the Blademaster. Honestly, Claws would have been obviously the better choice. I think it's Claws +9 that those Rock Golems drop, or maybe an aura item. But Rune Braces is not bad in this kind of matchup, because Undead will tend to be using a lot of spells, since of course it is going to be Death Knight, possibly Lich, and maybe we'll be seeing the either Naga Sea Witch or the Shadow Hunter. Either one will Naga Sea Witch or the Dark Ranger. Either one might pop out, but the Rune Braces is kind of an insurance for the Naga Sea Witch, because I mean, she has Fault Landing. Dark Ranger doesn't really have any direct damage spells, so there is that. And of course, since him being an orc means that the Lich will possibly be taking the Frost Armor first, so like I said, Rune Braces won't show immediate effect, but it is definitely a nice item to have in this kind of matchup. Lucifer did take down the Overseer for himself, but because of the Grunt's presence, wasn't able to get any more out of it. I believe he did clear out the camp though, so which camp did he clear out? I must be tripping because, oh, this camp, okay, yeah. One of the Overseer camps. Of course, it doesn't give full level 2 experience, but he can just do a green camp if he wants, or he can just go starting another Overseer camp. Picked himself the Circlet here, and is going to just long distance this green creep camp. Meanwhile, he is going to harass. Oh, Deathcore, you can see that animation, him swinging his arm. But yeah, Blademaster was able to pick up that kill and get himself the lifesteal aura. So that is actually not that bad for the orc player, because most orcs will tend to build a lot of melee units, raiders, grunts. Obviously it won't hit the spirit walkers, but the Blademaster as well. Since the Blademaster has so much DPS, he will be getting a lot of health back here. I wonder how much he actually gets with one auto. But probably won't show too accurate there. Come on, DK, just give him a little hit. Come on, man. Alright, never mind. Tier 2 is completed for Soin. Meanwhile, Shadowhunter is going to be queued up here. A couple of Crypt Fiends already showing up, and I mean, about 10 health per hit is not that bad for the Blade Master. Although I think that was a crit with that when I looked at it. Yeah, I think it's more so of like 5 or something like that. But either way, it's health, it's free health basically. And Lucifer just started his tier 3 immediately after completing tier 2. He is going to have a bit of a delayed slaughterhouse, but that is in exchange for obviously a quicker tier 3. Overseer will be taken down, and that should give level 3 over to the Blade Master there. Item drop is a Gloves of Haste, so that could be useful for obviously more DPS. Death Knight gonna Death Coil the Ogre Magi and pick up the Ring Protection +3, but here comes the Blade Master with a double Windwalk strike here onto the Crypt Fiend, and now the Lich shows up, and yeah, pretty much the Blade Master can't really do too much because of that Frost Armor. You can see it did affect his movement speed and attack speed, so that's generally why the Lich is really good at, I guess, just soft countering the Blade Master. It's not totally shutting him down, but you know, every little bit helps, and maybe or not, Lucifer might train some Banshees, and then we might see some curses. But yeah, I'm not sure if Lucifer actually picked up on the Banshees train at all, because I don't think I've actually seen him use it. But I mean, this is going to be the test if he actually likes adapting or not. I know Lucifer really very rarely likes going out of his comfort zone, so here we go here, a little skirmish between the Blade Master and the entire undead army here. Lich does not have level 2, so he will not be able to snipe down the Blade Master, but the Lich, wow, was at dangerous health with that stone toss from that rock golem, and having some FPS freezes here, I don't know why, but rock golem should be falling very soon. And the Blade Master is nowhere near, so that'll be a free rock golem. Scroll of the Beast is going to get picked up there, and the +3 strength, I believe. Meanwhile, Shadowhunter is at level 2 after clearing out the Warlock camp over here. Actually, I have no idea what the item is. I believe he just sold it immediately. But yep, Blade Master, no claws, but he does have double Gloves of Haste, so he should be attacking a lot quicker than normal. And wow, didn't realize that Soin would actually go into Fortress Tech. That will be giving the Orb of Lightning over to the Blade Master after selling one of those gloves. And we do hear a couple of mercenaries being hired here for Soin, so yeah, just shows how much resources he has, or just how desperate he is actually just going up to 50 supply. Shadowhunter will be picking up the +3 intelligence as well as the greater healing potion, so that's a nice free ticket there for the Shadowhunter if he ever gets bursted down. Blade Master actually picked up Booster Quel'The Lost. I'm not sure if he actually picked up the kill, but he definitely picked up the item there, and he will be having a free, or a little better of a close of attack +6. You can see that the Lich picked up the Tome of Experience as well, so lots of tomes being dropped in this game right now, and that is going to give level 3 over to the Lich. We have the Pit Lord coming out as the third hero, and he is going to immediately Howl of Terror the Grunts and Raiders. However, the Blade Master went straight for that lone Obsidian statue there, and it will be able to pick one of the two. Lich was able to Nova Coil one of those Raiders there, and now we're pretty much out of Raiders, just Grunts left, and it doesn't seem like it's going to be enough to actually fight toe-to-toe with these Crypt Fiends, nor these actual 3 heroes here. So in exchange for both of those statues, it seems like about 3 Raiders being able to take down, and a couple of Grunts as well. So yep, I mean, Pit Lord is not that bad either because of that Howl of Terror, but We'll see how well he can actually be utilized later on in the game, because most of the time we don't see Pit Lords doing very well unless he actually gets a good number of levels, so we shall see. Another Howl of Terror is going to be cast. A War Stomp onto those Crypt Fiends there. They're very badly clumped up together, so the War Stomps will be absolutely more devastating. TB Scroll is going to be used by Lucifer's DK, and the burrowed Crypt Fiends will unburrow right before the channeling is completed. Temple of the Damned has been placed down, so I am liking it. Lucifer Banshees will be extremely annoying to deal with if you are an Orc player, because at this point in the game you haven't actually built a Sparrow Lodge, which is might come to bite Soin later on, because he needs those immediate disenchants if he wants to get rid of that curse. Otherwise, yeah, that's 33% of your attacks just not actually doing anything. And even more to that, the Pit Lord is going to be reducing your attack damage output. So Lucifer right now is playing it methodically. We shall see if he actually can execute later, or keep executing, because he's doing fine so for now. Not overextending too much. He did have to burn that TB scroll, but that is fine, I guess. Yeah, not much else to say. Creep camp over here taken down. I believe this was the Warlord camp, I believe. So what is it? The amulet of spell immunity, spell shield. So every 40 seconds is going to block that negative spell, and that does include damaging spells there. So just even more spell damage reduction. But it's kind of hard to notice, honestly, so I don't know if I will be able to pick up on that continuously. We shall see. +6 strength for the turn could be given over to the Shadow Hunter there. Ogre Magi is going to get stolen once again by the Blade Master, but the prize money is the Troll Warlord here. Will Soin be able to get it, or will Lucifer just burst it down with Nova Coils or not? But yeah, it doesn't seem like the Blade Master is gonna try. Item is going to be, oh, the Orb of Darkness. It's been a while since I've seen this item. This is basically black arrows. So if it gets the killing blow, then a skeleton will be spawned. A little worse than black arrows, because black arrows actually applies a debuff, but Orb of Darkness actually requires the killing blow. So it's kind of hard to get that off, kind of hard to spawn skeletons off of that unless the hero is actually really damaging, like Blade Master. Pit Lord, I'm not sure how successful he's actually going to be, because he's so slow attacking. Is it killing blow? It says killing blow, but we do have some skeletons actually being spawned here, so I don't know. It's a little weird there. Maybe he did actually get a killing blow, and the rest were just from the skeleton stick.
The spirits of the earth guide.
Spirit Walkers are popping out here, and yeah, just a quick response to those Banshees. We only have one though, so we should be still popping a lot more, because I believe Lucifer will have a good number of Banshees himself. And we should be at low upkeep for both sides very soon. Lucifer is at 58. He can go up to 70, and he can go up to 80 if he wants to. No expansion attempts for Lucifer, but it seems something might be in the works for Soin. Just establishing his foothold right there. Ogre Magi on the top side is going to be cleared out, and the +3 ring protection is going to be picked up. Or was it the pendant? I have no idea. But somehow the TC got the pendant from the Shadow Hunter. And here we go, destroys in the air. About 12 supply advantage for Lucifer. And of course he does have access to those skeletons, so real numbers can be a little skewed here. Kodo Beast actually getting a bit left alone in the back there. He is very slow to actually run away, so eating up free damage for no reason. And yeah, here we go. Pit Lord is going to get level 3, so that I believe is going to be level 2 Howl of Terror, but he's in a really bad position. He actually walked a little too forward, and he is going to be focus down for a little bit. Nope, War Stomp onto the Pit Lord. We might have another Ensnare coming down, and the Pit Lord will be taken down there with a Hex onto the Death Knight, so very well played from Soin. However, Lucifer still has the superior numbers here in this fight, able to take down the Troll Berserker, but he hasn't taken down anything juicy just yet. The shop would be a really good target, and yeah, maybe even some Orc Burrows here, but we shall see. Destroyers are out of mana, so they won't be able to do too much damage, but with so many Crypt Fiends on the field here, they will be able to do enough damage, I guess. And of course, no peons are actually repairing, so that helps, I guess. Blademaster can't really do too much himself. He's not really at the point where he can just solo carry the entire fight, but we shall see. I mean, Someone's still at a really bad army supply at about 40 versus Lucifer's 70, so yeah, you can tell how bad it is right now for Soin. Another Kodo Beast on the way, but honestly, right now he needs to make sure he doesn't actually lose his base in the process. Bestiary will be taken down very soon, and that would be really disastrous for Soin, because that will be pretty much 2 out of 3 of his production buildings gone. The barracks was already taken down earlier, and here comes the fight ensuing here. About 30 supply difference in army. Kodo Beast going for a dine and dash, but it is going to be chased down by those destroyers, and it will be taken down, I believe. No, the destroyers actually turn around, and yeah, the banshees are being targeted, as well as the statues by the Blademaster. Is the statue actually going to destroy it up? Nope, he is going to get crit before he can actually do so. And yeah, the backline is slowly being whittled down here by Soin. Another War Stomp, and the Blademaster is not being dealt with very well. I mean, the Lich needs to toss out a lot more Frost Armors here, but Invuln onto the Blademaster. He did get Nova'd, so he needs to be a little careful as soon as that Invuln actually wears out. Death Coil gonna pick up, I believe, the last of the Raiders here, and Armor Supply still at 34, but Lucifer's has been cut down to about 63.
Work complete. The spirits of the earth.
Of course, it was at like 58 before he actually started producing more units. Crypt Fiends, Banshees, more statues here, so yeah, I mean, the problem is Soin lost his barracks and his bestiaries, so he can't actually produce any units until those are actually finished. Watchtowers not really gonna do too much against this kind of threat. The destroyers can just micro it back, and yeah, Pit Lord returns after being a little too heroic in the battlefield there. Blademaster, I mean, he's done very well. He's taken down statues and banshees, but he needs to deal with these Crypt Fiends or heroes, and otherwise, like, they're just gonna trade evenly, and that's exactly not what Soin wants. Another dine and dash here. Kodo Beast is running away, but he gets death coiled right at the back of the tail, I guess, and Blademaster takes down one of those Crypt Fiends, but quickly gets bursted down with another Nova. War Stomp by the TC. He still has enough mana for another, but yeah, it's actually the Shadow Under that's being pressured here. With hexes and heals, he's slowly running out of mana. Orc is going to get taken down once again, but honestly, Soin's so low in supply, he's actually not at risk of actually getting supply blocked. Bestiary, nope, it was actually the barracks. Okay, I thought it was going to be the Bestiary, but he still doesn't have a Bestiary. I mean, Troll Berserkers will be nice to deal with both the Crypt Fiends and Destroyers, but he needs to get a very good number, because, I mean, Lucifer still has quite a few of each, and yeah, just continuously training them up. Has expanded on the right side here. I mean, he's the one applying pressure, so expanding is the obvious choice. Just increase that advantage, and maybe you might actually hit 80 supply instead of 70. Lucifer backed up as soon as he take down that Great Hole. I think he's just going to gather his units and go for another final push, and that might just be what's going to happen. Bestiary has been placed down, but it might just get cancelled, honestly, because here comes Lucifer, level 5 D-Knight, level 3 Pit Lord, and level 4 Lich, very close to level 5. Meanwhile, the Blade Master hasn't even hit level 5. Actually, all his heroes are level 4 for Soin, so yeah, he's going to lose out on the hero advantage a little bit. Pit Lord has plenty, he's pretty much full mana, full health, and he can go for another Howl of the Terror there. Another statue bites the dust. Here comes the Howl of Terror, maybe? Nope. He does cleave a little bit. Here comes the Howl of Terror. -9 on those Troll Berserkers. Another statue actually gets taken down, so the Blade Master is doing work despite being cursed and all, but I mean, Lucifer actually needs to do a little bit of job of actually protecting his statues. They should just be turning into destroyers immediately, but oh well. Turn Chieftain, oh, nice invuln there to block the Death Coil, but I think he still has, oh no, his amulet was actually on cooldown. And there we go with a Nova Coil there, and the Turn Chieftain will fall. Uh-oh, this is not looking good for Soin. He is now pretty much doubled in his armor supply. Blade Master getting Nova Coiled there. Invuln is going to pop, but I mean, as soon as that Invuln wears out, that is going to be a dead Blade Master. And there we go, that's just going to be game for Soin. Lucifer able to take down his opponent, and yeah, Lucifer actually wins. So very well played from Lucifer. Soin, I honestly have no idea why he was solo in supply. And I have no idea why he actually delayed his Sphere Lodge so much, considering he didn't even go double bestiary, so a little weird on his part, but hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys again next time.